Hey everybody, I'm here with one final video for you for this semester. Here we are, we've made it. I want to explain what I have for you as the final assignment for the course. Um, Also, I'll just give some reminders and maybe some last minute advice as you work on finishing up your drama essays. Um, so the final that I have for you up there, as you'll see, when you go to Moodle, make sure that you go to the last week there with the dates for the 10th and the 11th. Um, you'll see a story for you to read. It's called The Story of an Hour by Kate Chopin. It's very short. It's like 2 pages long. Won't take you long to read. And then the final assignment is just some questions about that short story. So just, answer those questions best as you can. I think I asked for a certain number of words and stuff. And then just make sure you submit that by the end of the day on the 11th. And that will be your final assignment. So yeah, I think it makes sense. Pretty self-explanatory. So just read that story, answer the questions, and that is the final that we're going with for the end of the course here. I should also remind everyone once again that I'm still taking any late work that you might have, especially any essays. Like I've said before, you kind of need at least two of the essays of the short story essay, the poetry essay, the drama essay. You need at least two of those to set yourself up for a passing grade here. Obviously, three of them would be the best, but you need at least two of those if you want to have the grade where you want it. Um, Also, our song analysis assignment is due. I explained this a few weeks ago. If you go back in a few weeks in the Moodle, you can find the video of me explaining it and also the assignment sheet. If you go to the assignment sheets tab on Moodle, that's all the way at the bottom. That has the instructions for all of the major assignments we've done throughout the course, including song analysis assignment. So that will be due on the 11th. The drama essay is, of course, due on the 11th. And any other late work that you want to submit, still get credit for. You could still get credit for all of that stuff. I might take off a few points, but I can't stress enough how much better it is to get a 70 or an 80 on something than a 0. A 0 will just wrecks your grade. So I would try to avoid having zeros if we can. And yeah, I want all that stuff by the 11th again when the semester ends. Just some last minute advice for the drama essay. The main thing, I guess my main takeaways from reading your drafts is always that I just want people's thesis to be more clear, more specific. So we want to be answering the question, if you're writing about stereotypes, what is the play showing us about stereotypes? What is the play trying to say about stereotypes? Your answer to that question should be your thesis. So in terms of answering this in like as specific a way as possible, what does it show us about stereotypes? Well, I think one thing that it shows us about stereotypes is where they come from. I think that's kind of what's going on in Act One a lot. It's showing us stereotypes come from places like art, like Madame Butterfly. Stereotypes come from kind of peer pressure, I guess. Like his friend Mark, I think, stands in for like kind of peer pressure. And then other kind of like media and stuff, like the magazines in that scene. So I think one thing that it shows is where stereotypes come from. This reminds me of what Edward Said says in Orientalism when he's talking about how uh, like the idea of the East, how it was created through all different kinds of writing, through novels and plays and stuff, but also through like economic papers and political dissertations and all these different kinds of writing, anthropology, psychology, sociology, that all of these different kinds of like mostly academic sorts of writing came together to kind of form this, I guess, stereotypical image of the East. So I think there's something similar going on here where M. Butterfly is trying to show us all the different places that stereotypes come from and stuff. So that's one specific thing we can say about what it's showing us about stereotypes. It shows us where they come from. Um, I think it shows us that stereotypes, are not accurate in many different ways. Obviously, Song actually being a man, I think really shows us that the stereotypes were not accurate because the stereotypes led Gallimard to believe that Song was a woman, and that was not true. Of course, the other big thing here is I am really interested in the thing where Gallimard uses the stereotypes to make his military recommendations. Um, going back to like a thesis, I think that that shows us how, you know, stereotypes can be used to justify imperialism and colonialism and wars and stuff. So it's another specific thing the play shows us about stereotypes. And then, you know, the play shows us that stereotypes are harmful because they lead to Gallimard's death, because they lead to, you know, him being unhappy earlier in his life, and, you know, ultimately leads to his downfall and everything like that. So again, you want to have your thesis be as specific as you can. You want to be answering the question, what is the play trying to tell us about stereotypes? The other thing another comment that I feel like I kept making on people's drafts was just that I wanted more quotes from the play. You know, um, like you guys would be saying something like, "Oh, song whatever fits into these stereotypes," or "Song pretends to fit into the stereotypes" and stuff. And it's like, well, how do we know that? Prove it to me, you know? And the only way to prove it is going to be to use quotes from the play. So I've said this before, but using quotes from the play will also help you to make the essay longer. You introduce the quote, you give us the quote, you explain how the quote connects to your argument, and that's like, you know, 4 or 5 sentences right there. So I want the quotes, as many as you can, really, because I feel like students tend to underuse quotes from the play. So I would say maybe use more than you think you need, even because that's the stuff that's really going to convince us. You know, you can tell me, oh, M. Butterfly tells us stereotypes are bad. And it's like, okay, well, you have to prove that to me by showing me specific pieces of dialogue and specific things that happen in the play that you know are telling us stereotypes are bad, or whatever your thesis is. So I want to see more quotes from the play, and I want you to connect those quotes back to your thesis. And like I said, I would also really encourage you guys to try to use some quotes from Orientalism by Edward Said, or from the other essay, M. Butterfly, what is it? M. Butterfly, Orientalism, Gender, that essay by Kondo. I really encourage you guys to try to use some quotes from those, more quotes from the play, and I think that'll put you off in the right direction. And well, I guess now that we're here, I should also say that I enjoyed teaching the class this semester. I've enjoyed reading all of your writing very much. I just read your descriptive assignments. I always love those. Those were so good. I really enjoyed what you guys wrote for those. I thought that they were awesome. Honestly, I would like to see you guys use kind of the voice that you write that stuff in. Like when I read the descriptive assignments, it just felt like everybody was writing in such kind of a free way. You know, like it was clear to me that people weren't like overthinking stuff because of, you know, grammar, or all these like rules that we've been taught. They just felt very authentic and kind of free flowing, and I really enjoyed that. So I would love to see if there's any way that we can kind of bring that sort of voice and that kind of free writing style to your analysis of these plays. And, you know, don't worry so much about all the rules about essays that we've learned in the past, and focus more on just making your point, you know, and just getting across to the reader what you want to get across. So anyway, I really enjoyed reading all of your writing this semester. Um, I, you know, wish that we could have done this in person. I think it would have been a lot more fun. I think we would have gotten more out of it. So I apologize for the shortcomings of an online class where, you know, I don't think I helped as many people as I normally would have in a regular semester. So hopefully we can get back to being in real classes. But yeah, just thanks for being here. Thanks for watching the videos. Thanks for all of your feedback. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I hope you guys got something out of this. I hope that the experience of reading these stories and stuff, writing about them, I hope that that has taught you some stuff about writing essays and about, you know, using quotes and that kind of thing, that can maybe help you as you go on in your college careers. And, you know, best of luck to you all as far as that goes. So once again, just thanks and sorry, and yeah, good luck going forward. All right. Thanks for a good semester, everybody.